Hull City produced one of the biggest surprises of the opening weekend of the 2026-27 Premier League season, defeating Manchester United 2-0 at the MKM Stadium. The newly promoted Tigers stunned Michael Carrick's side with two first-half goals from Semi Ajayi and Nobel Mendy, securing a historic victory on their return to the top flight. The result was particularly significant for Hull, who had been widely tipped to struggle after promotion. Instead, Serge Jakarovic's team demonstrated remarkable organization, physicality, and discipline. Both goals came from set pieces, exposing a major weakness in Manchester United's defensive organization. Ajayi opened the scoring before Mendy doubled the advantage, leaving United with a mountain to climb before halftime. Manchester United dominated possession but failed to translate that control into meaningful attacking opportunities. Their attempts to break down Hull's defensive structure were repeatedly frustrated, while the Tigers remained dangerous whenever they won the ball. United's tactical difficulties against Hull's back five system were particularly evident, with the visitors struggling to create space in the final third. Carrick had entered the match with considerable optimism. After taking charge permanently and guiding United to a strong finish last season, expectations were high that the club could begin the new campaign with renewed confidence. New midfield additions Youri Tielemans and Andre Santos were also expected to strengthen the side. Instead, both were substituted as United struggled to establish control where it mattered. The introduction of Marcus Rashford after halftime was another attempt to change the game. His return generated considerable attention, but even his presence could not provide the attacking spark United needed. The visitors continued to dominate possession without finding a way through a Hull defense that remained compact and determined. For Hull, the victory was more than 3 points. It represented a remarkable turnaround for a club that had been close to relegation from the Championship only a year earlier. Jakarovic's side entered the Premier League facing widespread doubts about their ability to survive, yet their performance against United suggested that they may have the organization and resilience required to compete. The victory was also historic. Hull recorded their first league victory over Manchester United since 1974 and their first Premier League win against the Red Devils. The result left Hull near the top of the early table, while United began the campaign among the bottom sides. For Manchester United, however, the defeat should be treated as an early warning rather than a season-defining disaster. Carrick has urged calm, stressing that one match should not determine the direction of the entire campaign. Nevertheless, the performance highlighted problems that United will need to address quickly, particularly their defending at set pieces, attacking creativity, and ability to break down well-organized defensive systems. Hull's victory therefore sends an important message at the beginning of the new Premier League campaign. Reputations count for little once the match begins. United arrived as the bigger club with greater resources and higher expectations, but Hull played with greater intensity, discipline, and purpose. The Tigers' 2-0 triumph was not merely an upset, it was a statement that their return to the Premier League should not be taken lightly.